What's going on, my good people? What's going on? Y'all know what time it is. Tune on in. Got your boy in the building. Got your boy in the building. What's up with y'all? Tune on. Hey, go ahead check in, man. Once y'all tap in, check in with your boy, man. Let me know what's up. Skinny, that's what I'm talking about. Skinny in the building. You know what I'm saying? He stepped in. You know what I'm saying? Time I go live, my dog Skinny is in the building, dog. What's up with you, Skinny, bro? How you living? Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm talking about right here, man. Get them on in here, man. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all living? Check on in. Check in, man. Say leaving the gig, man. That's what's up, man. Getting off gig, man. Get you some therapy in, man, with some of this talk, man. What's up with this preseason wrap up today? Get you some therapy in this thing, man. What's up with y'all boys? Who else in here, man? What's up with y'all? What's going on? That's right. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, you skinny man, for getting them on there for me, my man. Appreciate you, bro. So my dog Willie Jack in here. Y'all know what time it is. We're gonna get started, man. Yep. And speaking of the devil, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we was just talking. I was like, man, I ain't even got no little space. I'm tripping. Like I ain't might have to try to make a little room real quick, man. Hold
Had to
on.
move, had to put some stuff together real quick, dog.
Yeah, man. Clear a little space.
Well, I appreciate
Still
it,
kind
man.
of
You got it, man. You got it. Willie Jack, how you doing today, man?
tired, big dog.
It's been one of those.
Man, hell yeah. But it's all good.
But we making it, huh? Black, what's
Yeah,
up
man.
with you, dog? Black, what's up with you?
Yeah.
William, what's
Like,
going on
what's
with
going
you, man?
on, man?
What's up with y'all, man? Y'all in the building today. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to.
Yeah, yeah. Skinny in the building doing his thing, man. Shout out to Real Deal STL Sports in the building, man. As always.
Black, we gonna wrap up. We're gonna put a bow in this preseason for you, Black, and we're gonna talk about some of this news too, man. I need to know what's going on.
Hey, the retired QB, what's up?
Yeah, man, I had to, dog. I had to hang him on up, man.
William White, what's going on with you, big dog?
I
William
had to.
White in the building.
Yeah, man, they falling on in. Willie Jack will get started in just 1 minute here, sir. I'm just making sure I do what it do. I mean, you do your thing. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
them on
Mama
there.
in the building, what's going on?
There we go.
Yeah.
They falling in. William
We
said he
might
closing up shop too. Everybody ready to head home. That's what I'm talking about. Come get some of this therapy, man. We got y'all. Mom's in the building. What's up, moms?
What's going on? Okay. Yeah, go ahead and get us started, big dog.
All
Or if you're
right,
ready to
all
go.
right. Yeah, man. We can go and get started, man. First and foremost, as always, welcome to another episode of Let the Film Speak. I am one of your hosts, Chop. Here with my main man, Willie Jack. Man, and y'all know what time it is, man. We here to give y'all the same thing we always give y'all. Some of this, I heard somebody say it last week, man, and I liked it, man. I liked it. And I appreciate it. But we're gonna give you some of this therapy today, man. Give you some of this therapy. You know, preseason is over. We're gonna put a bow on it, wrap it up for y'all, talk to y'all a little bit about some of the things that's been happening the last few days. We got a lot of news, you know, as far as the things that's been happening. And of course, you know, we're gonna put a bow on it for y'all as we head into the season. All right. Couple announcements for y'all before we jump into it. The Let the Film Speak Fantasy Football League is set. You know what I'm saying? We got our members this year. You know, the people that came in, did what they were supposed to do. They liked, they shared, they subscribed, they tagged us, they did everything they were supposed to do, you know, as we was promoting this. So the draft is set. It's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Don't be late. You know what I'm saying? Don't be
That's the
late.
thing to know.
Because they might cost you a ship, my dog. They might cost you a ship. So y'all better not be late. My main man, Miles, the defending champ, he's in the building. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's going to be there to defend his crown. So definitely be tuning in for that. Also, this year, Jeff, what's going on with you, bro? Appreciate you coming in, checking us out. But this year, man, we doing a Let the Film Speak weekly pick'em. All right, Let the Film Speak weekly pick'em. If you're interested, all I need you to do is tap "I'm in" the chat, and I'm gonna put your name down, and I got you locked in. You know what I'm saying? Put "I'm in," and I got you locked in. All right. How this goes? You give me your picks each and every week. All I need to know is who's going to win. I don't need no scores. I don't need none of that because we keeping track all year long. I'm talking about all 18 weeks, 17 games for all 32 teams. You know what I'm saying? I need you to just give me those picks. Once you give me those picks, I'm going to keep track. You know what I'm saying? The person at the end of the season with the most picks right, which will most likely be me, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna provide you with some Let the Film Speak gear. You know what I'm saying? And if
For
it's
sure.
me, I'll be nice enough and I hand it to who come in second place. You know what I'm saying? And if it's Willie Jack, then we'll give y'all some gear, whoever come in third. Because I doubt if y'all gonna get more wins than me when you're talking about picking these games. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, you say I'm in. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you in. I'm gonna keep track of the picks at the end of the season. Like I said, I'm gonna tally it up. Whoever got the most picks right, they good to go. Whoever don't, hey man, better luck next year. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to join the Let the Film Speak weekly pick'em, I need you to type "I'm in" and I'm gonna get you in. You know what I'm saying? Doing that. And last but not least, if you didn't hear the most exciting announcement that we have, ain't no cost, William. It's all free, my dog. It's all free.
It's for the free throw.
It's for the free throw.
It don't cost you nothing but time, my boy.
It's all free. Ain't no cost for this, man. You just join in. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the season, like I said, if you win, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna hook you up with some merch, my dog. Jeff say the end too. I got you.
Jeff,
I got you
what's
down.
going on with
I
you?
got you down, Jeff. And last but not least, like I said, if you didn't hear me last week or you didn't hear us last week, we are making that move, man. We've been talking about it for a long time, man. Let the Film Speak. It's making that transition to YouTube. The page is now up, man. Hey, ain't no need to wait. It's open now. You can go in, you type in "Let the Film Speak." Guess what's gonna pop up? That same logo. You know what I'm saying? Go on there, like, share, subscribe, and we gotta add something else over to them amigos, Willie Jack. Just so you remember, we gotta add something else on there, man. They need to hit that notification bell on YouTube.
Oh man, you sure right, bro.
How you gonna know when we put a video up or when we go live? You know what I'm saying? If you don't hit that notification, so I need everybody in here right now, man. Let the Film Speak. We transition into YouTube. I need y'all to go on over there, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification. You know what I'm saying? Do that for us, man, because that's what we transition into. You know what I'm saying? Next week, the 7th. That's our first live day on YouTube, man. It will be also on Facebook, so you'll be able to see the videos on both pages. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, we're going to make that full transition. So I suggest you go ahead and get on there now. You know what I'm saying? Get moving with that before we make that full move. I'm also going to pin it down in the comments, too. So I'm going to set the link down there for you guys before the show is over. So I'll be putting it down there. That way you can go in there and do your thing. But without further ado, man, like I said, we're going to wrap up that preseason. But I'm going to jump into some news, man. Willie Jack. And then the first thing I'm going to tap in on is I'm going to touch on Brian Robinson, man. Brian Robinson, if y'all don't know, man, running back for the Washington Commanders, was coming in he's a rookie. He was coming in as a backup, maybe even a third string, and he worked his way up, man. And he was actually penciled to get a lot of time this year, especially with the struggles of Antonio Gibson over the preseason. But news came out, man, he was shot multiple times in a carjacking attempt. He was rushed to the hospital, and he had non-life-threatening injuries. So he did make it out. You know what I'm saying? So he came out of he's actually checked out of the hospital. He got out Tuesday, which was yesterday. They did show a picture of him. You know what I'm saying? He had on like some crutches and like a little wrap around his knee. And it does look like he's going to make a full recovery and may even be able to play this year in the in this season, man. So I mean, sad story. It's messed up. I mean, things just keep happening. But at the same time, man, I'm glad he's all right, man. Glad he's healthy. Glad he's gonna make that full recovery. Willie Jack, thoughts on that one, man?
Hey, man, real quick, man. It's not a funny situation, but hey, hey, William White said, man, Gibson put that hit out, man. Hey, it's too
Hey, he's trying.
soon.
He seen he was on his heels. He was like, "Hey, I got to do something to get him
Oh,
off
it
my
was
heels."
past his heels. Yeah, hey, it was past his heels. It was a done deal. So, but nah, man, in all seriousness, though, man, prayers for recovery for him, man. Shout out to him, man. He was a guy too. He was at Alabama. He had to go the long way, man. The last little his class of running back, I think he was a fifth-year senior guy. He waited it out behind Najee Harris, who had to wait it out behind. Najee Harris was there when Derrick Henry. No, wait. I might have went too far. Not Derrick Henry, but Josh Jacobs. And one more guy was there as well. But anyway, like I said, man, not a highly talented guy. He was a local guy from Alabama. Went there, made it a long way, man. Made it to the league and was in a position to take a job as a rookie, man. And then something like this tragic happens. Says it was an attempted carjacking, and yeah, was shot twice. And so thankful that he made it, and hopeful for a speedy recovery.
For sure, man. So kudos to him, man, and prayers to him as well, and glad everything was all right, man. Glad everything all right with him. All right, in other news, man, we got some other tough news, man. It's just like we just can't get away from these situations, man, with these players, and doing things, and their past catching up with them. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we've been talking about Deshaun Watson all season. You know what I'm saying? Then, but when the offseason as well, we had a conversation changed, instantly after his incident. But then it doesn't stop. Now we got punter. I don't even know how to say his last name, but Matt Ariza, maybe. But punter Matt Ariza,
formerly of the Bills,
former punter of the Bills, was released after a civil lawsuit was filed alleging his participation in the gang rape of a minor at San Diego State, you know what I'm saying, when he was in college. The Bills came out and said, it was more important, clearly, obviously, more important, that he be released and focus on this particular incident and get himself together. So, Willie, what you got first? What you got for me, man?
Man, look, same thing we said at the very beginning of the whole Deshaun Watson stuff 12 years ago when this all started, man. Man, let the facts play out, man. I want to let the facts play out. I hope for the best, of course. You know what I'm saying? So I hope it's completely and utterly false and baseless accusation. I hope there's no truth to it, of course, because, like I said, these type of things are despicable. You know what I'm saying? It goes without saying. So I hope that, so I'm staying out of it, man. I hope it's not true for his sake and for the sake of the young lady. You know what I mean? And I hope the guys, if there was something going on, I hope the guys responsible pay the ultimate price for it. So that's all I got on it, man.
That's all you got. And it goes to show you too, man, how quickly like an incident of your past, you know what I'm saying, can catch up with you, man. And I'm gonna say this right now today, man. And I don't know who all is in here. So if any of you guys, Shaq, what's going on with you, bro? If any of you guys in here have aspirations, of playing in the NFL or playing in any league, you know what I'm saying, of some sort, you know what I'm saying, of doing better for yourself. It ain't even just about football. If you have any aspirations of doing better for yourself and doing really great things out here, and you have this type of, job that has this type of exposure, man, understand, the position you putting yourself in when you're doing any and everything. Not saying he did anything. I'm not accusing him of anything, but these type of things can change your life. Just point blank period. You know what I'm saying? And you can go one day being one of the best players in the NFL, or a player who, has all the potential in the world. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot going for you, to essentially something happening like this, and it just essentially ruining your career, man. So, just be mindful of those type of things, man, and just do the right thing at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. You know what I'm saying? So That's what's going on there. All right.
No, I got you. And then real quick, man, I dropped my camera trying to reply to William White in the comments. Hey, William White, man, we gotta give you a nickname, man. What your peoples call you, man? I can't call you William and I'm William. It feels weird. Yeah, I know your people's got to call you. I need a nickname for you, bro. The game, the
Call it,
member.
hey, let's go. Hey, William, I don't know if anybody gave you this name because your name is William White. We're gonna just call you Dubs on here. You Dubs.
Dubs. Boom.
Dubs. That's your name.
Dubs.
William White.
Man,
You Dubs.
Dubs.
William White.
And that's
Dubs.
hard too. Hey, and that's hard too. Damn. Hey, I like it. Hey, Dubs.
That's how we gonna go with it. It's William White. There's 2 W's. We going Dub. He say Big Chef though. He say his name Big Chef. Hey, I like it. If you want to be called Big Chef, if you want to be called Big Chef,
you're gonna be Big Chef. You're gonna be Big Chef Dub, and you're gonna be Big Chef Dub, and you're gonna be Dubs. Because that's hard. But hey, man, he said for what he's read, man, it's crazy. It's definitely a crazy story. He said he hopes the prosecutor picks it up based on the story that he read alone. And then I commented to him when I dropped my phone trying to type in a comment. But I was like, that's what surprised me when it first came out. Because like I wonder, because it came out as a civil complaint. He's getting sued for it, but there was no criminal complaint already attached to it. And so that's what I thought was definitely strange. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, at the end of the day, if a crime was committed, man, and like then whoever committed it needs to pay the ultimate price. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, yeah. But yeah.
That's it. I got you. All right, Willie Jack. And then other news, man. It's not necessarily news. It's something a little bit on the lighter side. Me and Willie Jack talked a little bit about this. I know I put it in the group, and I want to hear some of everybody else's take on this one too, man. The top 100 players of 2022 came out, man. Of course, they did the entire, you know what I'm saying, the entire season of that, and they dropped the top 10, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to read off this top 10 to you, and I want to talk to you about this, Willie Jack. I want to know what you thought of the list. You thought some guys were too high, too low, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need your full take on this one, man. So right now, they got Travis Kelce.
I'm going to reorganize the list correctly. That's what I'll do.
You going to organize it correctly? Okay.
I got you.
Let's be clear, too. This list was created by the players. You know what I'm saying? By the players. So we got Travis Kelce at 10, Jalen Ramsey at 9, Patrick Mahomes at 8, Devontae Adams at 7, TJ Watt at 6, Jonathan Taylor 5, Cooper Kupp 4, Aaron Rodgers 3, Aaron Donald 2, Tom Brady at number 1. All right, Willie Jack, what you got, man? What you finna do?
I was trying to write that down, man. You was going too fast. Kelce 10.
Ramsey 9. Mahomes 8. Adams 7. I mean, we ain't got time for you to write all these names down. You give me your
6
top
and 5.
3.
6 and 5. 6 and 5. I already got the rest.
TJ Watt and Jonathan Taylor.
Got you.
So what's up? Talk to me, man. What are your thoughts on that list?
All right. So, and believe it or not, I was working on this 100 list months ago, and honestly, I actually got a 100 list that I was doing months and months ago, but I didn't finalize an order, and I just let it die. I might bring it back. Who knows? But my first thoughts when I saw the list were, for one, I'm not terribly mad at the names. You know what I mean? Like, all these guys are either at or near the top of their position. All of them are like established veterans. All of them are like definitely popular players. So they check all the major boxes. So I'm not really mad at any of the real names. One of the things that I looked at, and especially because it's supposed to just be year over year, so just how'd you do last year? And it seems it's like a little weird to me in 2 places. And it's because when I look at their awards, so we've got Brady over Rodgers for the top quarterback in the league, while Rodgers was the MVP, and we've got AD over TJ as the best defender in the league, and TJ was the defensive player of the year. And so it just little weird stuff like that. But like I said, but at the same time, like I'm not terribly upset with the list. Is Kelce still a top 10 player in the league? Is Patty no longer top 5? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are a question I would have. I'm not mad at Kupp at 4. I think TJ Watt should definitely be in the top 5. So I would say probably maybe ahead of Jonathan Taylor, who, if not for a Derrick Henry injury, maybe just had the most complete second best rushing season of the, you know what I'm saying? He might have just been the most spectacular second place rushing leader in the history if Derrick Henry would have stayed healthy on the track he was going. And so little moves or switches like that I would probably make, but I'm not overall too upset with the names at all.
Gotcha.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Dubs came in strong, man. Dubs came in strong. I wasn't even gonna tee Chop up like that because Chop love to hate on my dog. But Big Dubs said it, man. It's so disrespectful to Big Josh Allen, man. Big Josh Allen's a top 10 player in this league for sure. That's a fact, Dubs. I appreciate you, my dog. Yeah, man. My bad, Red. Go ahead. What you think? It wasn't even me, man. It wasn't even me.
It wasn't you this time?
Hell no, it wasn't me.
All right, well, I'll tell you like this, man. I wouldn't say that I'm super or terribly upset at the names, but yes, the order. I think some of these for me were a little bit. They were clearly, out of order in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady being number one, I feel like he got a little bit of that goat cooking. You know what I'm saying? That goat cooking. You know what I'm saying? As far as being the number one guy, he definitely wasn't a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers this past year. You know what I'm saying? And some would even argue like he may not have been a top 2 quarterback this year, you know what I'm saying, of this past year. You know what I'm saying? He had his struggles, you know what I'm saying? He had his share of turnovers, you know what I'm saying? But to me, I don't think his season was, head and shoulders above like a Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes season. And Patrick Mahomes had struggles too. They all did, you know what I'm saying? But him being number one, I think that was definitely a little bit of that goat cooking, you know what I'm saying? And it makes me start to wonder a little bit. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. I ain't gonna go too far. A-Rod, if anything, if he'd got that number one spot, that would have been the guy that said, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I can rock with that simply because, you're talking about an MVP, man. He had the best season, clear. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if this also had to do with the playoffs too. Now, that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it had a little bit to do with that. Maybe they voted a little bit less on Aaron Rodgers because of the playoffs and them end up having to go home. So you have that part. Cooper Kupp, man. Cooper Kupp is number 2. You know what I'm saying? If I had A-Rod at number 1, Cooper Kupp is number 2. Now Aaron Donald is right there. We all know Aaron Donald is dominant, but Cooper Kupp, this is just about a season. Cooper Kupp had the best season, for a wide receiver, probably maybe ever. You know what I'm saying? For like a triple crown winner, getting all those touchdowns, yards, receptions, all that type of stuff. Hey man, get that man his props. I know those other guys were tough, you know what I'm saying? But Cooper Kupp, he's number 2 in my eyes. TJ Watt, I do agree with you on that. He needs to be moved that list. I'm talking about that man almost broke the sack record and missed a few games.
He missed 4 games, bro.
He missed 4 games and almost broke the sack record. That man was dominant last year. I put him above Aaron Donald as well on this particular list for this particular year. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go there with that. I'll go as far as that. Jonathan Taylor had a phenomenal year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at him being on this list. Devontae Adams, the other guys. The only guy I felt like should have been off of this list is probably Jalen Ramsey. You know what I'm saying? And me and Willie talked about this too. I know he's a really good corner. That's not what I'm saying when I say this. But when it comes to coverage, and that's what I really want my corner to do, cover, you know what I'm saying? He has his times. He has his flaws, especially when he's going against some of these young guns or some of these guys that have a little bit of shake, a little bit of wiggle, you know what I'm saying, to him. He doesn't use his technique as well. You know what I'm saying? He's very physical. Now, don't get me wrong there, but he doesn't use his technique as well, and he gets him beat. And it gets him beat bad at times. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I want to see a little bit more, man. I want to see a little bit more, and he's still I still put him top 15, maybe top 20, top 15, but top 10 guy above, some of the other guys. I don't think he was the best corner in the league last year. I'll say that.
Who was the best corner in the league last year?
I would. You put me on the spot on that one.
Hey, if you say that, it's got to be a guy. Because I know you got, because AJ Terrell ball, but I don't know if you're gonna say after this 1 year.
No. I wouldn't say AJ Terrell. I wouldn't say AJ Terrell.
Darius Slay ball, but you're not taking Darius Slay over Ramsey.
No, not Darius Slay either. I would say a guy like what's my guy name? What is his name? I just had a brain fart.
In my mind, last year there's only one guy that would even. But he didn't play better than Ramsey though. Like Denzel Ward, I would say probably.
Trayvon Diggs didn't either. But I think you can argue J.C. Jackson. I think you argue that maybe had a better season than him last year.
Nah.
I mean, I don't. I'm just
no way.
And the other guy that I think would have had a better season than him if he wouldn't have got hurt, Jair Alexander.
No way, but he was hurt though. That's what I said. To me, the only names that realistically would be the even just like introduced to the conversation would be Denzel Ward, just based off last year, Denzel Ward and AJ Terrell. But I still don't think neither one of them do as much because he is such a vital. He moves around. He plays a lot more slot. He almost doubles as like a nickel safety. You know what I'm saying? He does so much in the run game. I mean, he got so much more on his plate than anybody else. I mean, I still got to give it to him. But I mean, I get what you're saying. That sometimes his technique can be. I mean, he's a bigger guy, so he's a guy who's.
Put it like this. I wouldn't have put him in the top 10 though. I wouldn't have had a corner in the top 10. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't mind it because he's at 9, and so I reworked my list real quick.
I'll put it like this: Justin Jefferson should be on this list above Kelsey and Ramsey.
Well, Kelsey's the other one I called out. Like Kelsey's the only one I was like, because you know what, Dub out here, was it Dub or was it? Yeah, Dub out here. Balling today. He said how Andrews not beat Kelsey. And that's exactly what I was going to say as well, is Andrews was the best tight end in football last year. You know what I'm saying? So Justin Kelsey shouldn't be on this list above him. So I reworked mine real quick. I got Rodgers 1, Cup 2, TJ 3, AD 4, Taylor 5, Adams 6. And then, well, I've left in some of these names just reworking that list. Yeah. But realistically, I dropped Kelsey anyway and put in Josh Allen, but I would also probably drop Brady. I would drop Brady, I would drop Patty, and I would drop Kelsey, and I put in Justin Jefferson, I put in Jamar Chase, and I would put in I'm gonna put in Mark Andrews. And I'm gonna put in Mark Andrews, and that would be my 10.
Hey.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it, man. Sure. I messed around put Debo in the top 10 off last year alone.
Oh, hey, man, you know what? We forgot about Debo. Debo might be 11. No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that, bro. You know what? Yeah, who'd I say? Jefferson.
Trent Williams ain't on this list. Yeah. Bro. Jalen Ramsey ain't 10, bro. He ain't 10.
Jalen's out. I'm putting Trent Williams in Jalen's spot. Oh man, I put Mark Andrews got to be in the list for me, bro.
I put either Debo or J. Jeff in that position, bro.
No, I got them both in here. I got Jordan instead of Brady, Ramsey, Josh Allen, and Patty. I got Justin Jefferson, Trent Williams, Debo, and Mark Andrews. And then honestly, if we talking last year, honestly, Debo probably got to be up. Debo got to be ahead of. I think Debo got to be ahead of Adams. Devontae.
If we talking last year, I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't have been mad at that because Debo was a monster last year. He was balling.
I still would put him behind Jonathan Taylor. So Jonathan Taylor would still be top 5 at 5, unless I take AD out of the top 5. Unless I put Debo at 4, Jonathan Taylor at 5, AD at 6. Unless I did that, but Debo either got to be 5 or 6, and that depends on whether or not we leave AD in. I assume you want him in. So yeah, that means he got to be 6 behind JT.
But I think he deserved to be in the 10, though. Yeah.
No, Debo's in for sure. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I like our list a lot better. Rodgers, Cup, Watt, AD, Jonathan Taylor, Debo.
Hold on.
Devontae Woods.
Who wouldn't like our list better? Do they know who we is? They don't get it, do they? They don't understand. What they think we just do this for fun? What you think we want? Nah, bro. Y'all true.
Hey, you already know. You already know. Hey, real quick, Jeff said Joe Burr has to be in before A-Rod. He took his team to the ship. A-Rod got the MVP, dog. You can't do that. Joe Burrow's team got hot, but A-Rod was the MVP. Now, this was a weak MVP, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a weak MVP. A couple key guys got hurt. Jonathan Taylor, they didn't even make the playoffs because, you know what I'm saying, they choked. And so, like, this is in a weak year because this was by far A-Rod's worst MVP year. You know what I'm saying? I would think it didn't feel like it's spectacular as some of the ones he won. What do you think about that? But I think if A-Rod got the MVP, yeah, he got to get it.
I feel like Burrow had a good season, but his season, like talking about his regular season up into the playoffs, it wasn't special like that. You know what I'm saying? I can name a few quarterbacks that had better seasons than him in the regular season. Now in the playoffs, he played his butt off in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But Burrow had a lot of instances where he was, he made a lot of mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Key mistakes. I can remember one specific play against the Browns. Now, I could point out one play for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna point out one particular play. But it was multiple times where Burrow would have times where it was stall drives, and it would be on him. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have that clean of a year. Now this year, I expect him to be better. You know what I'm saying? Because he was good, but he's still young. He's still developing, and you can tell he's still developing and learning the game. Now when it comes down to it, Joe Burrow could be, entering up in that MVP conversation, you know what I'm saying, this particular year if he keeps on developing, especially with the pieces on that O-line. So, but I don't think Burrow needs to be on this top 10 list, especially when we're talking about the season holistically. A-Rod is the MVP. Aaron Rodgers had a lights out season, man. You talking about 4 interceptions, you know what I'm saying, almost pretty much 40 touchdowns. Man, that boy was lights out, man. He was lights out. So, yeah, that's how they go. All right, well, Willie Jack, man, that pretty much wraps up the news today, man. What you want to do, man? You want to carry us on over, man, until it, let them know what's going on, Willie Jack?
Yeah, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. It's time for a word from the sponsorship, man. Today's episode of Let the Field Speak is brought to you by the sponsorship. You know what I'm saying? Man, like, share, subscribe. I was going to yell, but I just remembered some of the new place. I don't know how my neighbors work around here just yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to do a little reconnaissance, figure out what's going on. I just move. I don't know what's going on. Like, share, subscribe, man. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all already know what's going on. It's a 4-part process. It's a 3-piece combo meal, man. Like, share, subscribe. First, you got to tell a friend. You got to tell a friend to tell his friend. You got to tell your friend to tell another friend and tell that last friend to bring a partner because everybody's welcome. Everybody's invited, man. Come on down here, chill, and kick it with your dogs here. Let the film speak now. Back again to the regularly scheduled programming.
Sis, what's going on with you, sis, in the building? What's happening
with you? What's going on?
All right, Willie Jack, man. We done seen a lot, man. I think it's about time for us to put a ball in this preseason, man. We seen a lot of moves. As everybody knows, this is around the time where you see a lot of movement, man. You'll see a lot of releases, a lot of signings. You'll see some trades. You know what I'm saying? You'll see a lot of things going on. So we're going to talk about a few. Now, there aren't too many, if any, like huge or big name guys on this particular list or on these, releases or signings and things like that. But there are some players, to note, some key guys that may become big pickups for teams later on down the road, later in the season, once you start experiencing injuries. There may be some, some guys when it comes to those trades, man, who, end up playing a big role for some of the new teams, man. So we're going to talk about some of these, man. And first and foremost, man, I'm going to throw out a couple of those releases, man. We're going to start with the releases, the guys that have been cut. Now, there's been a lot of guys been cut. I ain't about to throw out all those names. Every team probably cut at least about 20, 30 people, you know what I'm saying, of this last week. So I ain't running those names down to you. Half of y'all probably won't know, you know what I'm saying, 3/4 of the names anyway, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to throw out a couple, man. Trey Sermon, that's the first one I'm going to throw out. Second-year running back out of Ohio State, man. Reason I'm mentioning him is because this is his second year, and he was drafted to hopefully be that starting running back for the San Francisco 49ers. Doesn't look like that panned out, man. So he didn't end up making that squad. Alex Leatherwood, me and Willie Jack talked about this pick. This goes back to Gruden, you know what I'm saying? And that particular
Mike Mayock.
We talked about that particular pick the moment it happened, and we was like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
The second worst pick in the draft behind Clelin Ferrell at 4. Yeah, the second, which was atrocious.
Are you leather or are you wood? What's up, man? Let us know. You leather or you wood? Alex Leatherwood, man, he was a 17th overall pick. you know what I'm saying, that the Raiders drafted, thought he was going to become something special, thought he was going to turn into something, man. They thought they was finding a diamond in the rough, thought they was outthinking
There wasn't no
everybody.
diamond in no rough. They went to the corner. They went to the dollar store or
They, they,
excuse me, no,
they,
the diamond store.
they thought they was outthinking everybody, Willie Jack. That's what they thought they was doing, and turned out they end up releasing the guy, man. So he's no longer on the team, man. Now, the next guy I'm going to mention, man, is your boy, Willie Jack, Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack, man, running back. I don't know if y'all remember, used to be a starter over in Indianapolis before he suffered his
Hurt, got
injury.
injured,
He
couldn't stay
got
on the
hurt,
field.
had his injuries, and then of course that kind of put Indianapolis in a spot where they wanted to go get Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor turned out to be who Jonathan Taylor is, who we all seen. So he got picked up by the Texans. And I thought Marlon Mack was going to come out and be the starter. I don't know about you, Willie Jack. I thought he was for sure going to get it together and be the starter for the Houston Texans, especially, with the backfield that they had, man. But looks like they got a guy with a young guy, Dameon Pierce, man. What you think of this
Dameon
one, Willie
Pierce,
Jack?
man.
What you think of this one?
No, and honestly, man, I think I talked about Dameon Pierce last week's show, man. The kid out of Florida, like a real downhill thumper, man. So, man, he got in and like I said, man, got right down here, jumped some boys' shot. I think I watched it when the Texans played the Saints in the preseason. I think week 2. If my dog Tom in here, I think I was at his. I was watching it. So yeah, man. So yeah, Dameon Pierce looks to be the real deal, man. The obvious leader in that backfield all off season. I was really just like you were thinking, oh man, I like Marlon Mack coming out of college. I really did. Even when he got to Indianapolis, man, injuries and et cetera, like I said, but man, the show will and does move on. So his time there comes short. Thought he'd be a perfect fit, and I thought it was a perfect landing spot when he went to Houston because everybody knows they had 12 running backs last year and none of them good. And so when Marlon Mack was going there, I was like, okay, it's perfect. He's trying to bounce back and get himself on track. They're desperate for anybody that can run the rock. You know what I mean? And then, like you said, man, sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. Gets blown out the water by Dameon Pierce by all accounts. And not only is he not there, I guess, to tandem with Dameon Pierce, but they go ahead and release him and save whatever bread they had promised him before he got there. So, yeah, man. So best of luck to him. I'm sure he's still a quality back. I definitely would think he presents as definitely a quality backup running back for a number of teams. I'd love to see him on Pittsburgh. I guarantee you Kansas City it will probably pick up the phone and maybe reach out to see what's going on as well. So there's definitely going to be a landing spot for a guy that young and still has a lot of potential that, we never really got to see.
Gotcha, for sure. On to a couple more, man. I thought a couple more names, man, of some releases, man. O.J. Howard, man. That's one guy I wanted to mention. Of course, he was drafted to Tampa Bay, man, and they expected him to be a really good tight end. You know what I'm saying? To be there and be that extra weapon on that team, man. And it hasn't panned out. He suffered some injuries, and he was released by the Bills. You know what I'm saying, yesterday, and it looks like he's going to be searching and looking for a job in the future as well. So O.J. Howard, he was released.
I was just going to say, man, just real quick about O.J. Howard. O.J. Howard was one of those guys, man, who really blew up during the draft process. Hey, just like Jeff said, stealing money, bro. He went in the first round off of one game. He didn't have a prolific receiving career at Alabama. You know what I mean? Even though he's built like a speedy, shifty receiver, he was a blocking tight end in Alabama. And then in the national championship game that year, he went crazy. He had like 8 catches for like 150 yards or 2 touchdowns or something like that. So then the narrative became, oh, man, A.J. Terrell, he could have been doing this. He could have been Kyle Pitts. But Alabama just wants to run the ball. And so he's just he's been forced to block, woo, bro. And then he's got that size. He's 6'4", 250. I want to say he probably ran like 4'5", 4'6".
Yeah, he ran a good time. He was athletic at the combine.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? And he's coming off that national championship game where he's the guy who, you know what I'm saying, who balled. And so he gets overdrafted, man, gets drafted in the first round. And just never panned out. He was in Tampa Bay this whole time. I've been waiting and expecting to see him, and then he gets passed up by a guy that nobody ever heard of named Cameron Brate. You know what I'm saying? It's like, where the hell Cameron Brate came from? Then Cameron Brate not only takes your spot out of left field, Cameron Brate makes a Pro Bowl, gets himself paid, gets a second contract, and then they go get Gronk. He still can't. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I got off track, but yeah, O.J. It's interesting to see, I guess, where he was before, you know what I'm saying, when you're on the right team in the right game. That boy went from probably a guy who was going to be in the third round for potential just based on the size and speed profile to now he's a top 20 pick in the league. And now, like I said, I don't know if I don't know if he's played 20 consecutive snaps in the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, man. Another name I want to throw out there really quick, man. A couple names. I just run those out real quick. Duke Johnson, man. Duke Johnson, also released by the Bills. Now, this one I was a little bit surprised about, especially when you look at the production of the backfield for the Buffalo Bills over the last couple years, man. And
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised because when Duke Johnson got, when he got signed by the Browns, man, he came in, what was it, the Browns this past season? He got signed by
He
somebody
was the
else.
Browns. He was one of the guys with the Texans as well.
Yeah, man,
He was the
he
Browns,
came
the
in,
Texans, and the Bills.
he made some moves immediately. You know what I'm saying? He was doing some things, and I just felt like he would be able to stay on this team and be able to at least make some noise or be a backup or a third down. Change the pace back or something like that. But doesn't seem like that worked out, man. It looks like they are ready and set with James Cook. So I'm interested to see, saying how that's gonna pan out. And then last but not least,
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore Ravens safety, man, and vet Tony Jefferson, man. Tony Jefferson was released as well. A guy who I thought was also going to be able to make that team for the Baltimore Ravens. He ended up getting cut after the last bit of preseason games too. Willie Jack, man, were there any other releases or cuts that kind of stood out to you, man?
Releases and cuts. No, man, I think you hit most of the major ones. Like you said, Leatherwood. Oh, I did see that Leatherwood got claimed on waivers. So Chicago claimed him on waivers. Like I said, when it's a young guy, and this is the thing, Leatherwood was overdrafted in the first round, but he'd have been excellent value at the middle or bottom of the second round. You know what I'm saying? But so he still had a lot of raw tools to work with, but just needs to find a better situation and just was overdrafted. So Chicago claims him on waivers. They need all the help they can get. That O-line is atrocious.
So you think it was more of a situation where his expectations were high and he just couldn't meet those expectations? Now he gets a chance to, all right, let's come up off of those expectations that were set on me and let me really kind of work on my craft, work on my game, and maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And so exactly. So he got drafted and treated like he was Rashawn Slater or Tristan Wirfs. And he just wasn't. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't ready out the box. Like he was a guy. He's big. He's got good power. He still is a strong people mover in the run game. You know what I'm saying? But pass protection is terrible. And like I said, they threw him in and wanted him to start at right tackle. He's probably going to move inside to guard at Chicago because, like I said, he is more of a thudding kind of power style blocker. You know what I'm saying? So moving the inside should actually help him going from right tackle to right guard, or I don't know if he'll go to left guard. But so like I said, still a young guy. He still played at the very highest degree of college football, and in a league, in a conference where quality offensive line and mean something, and he was a long-time starter on the line at Alabama. You know what I'm saying? So we know he played and blocked against guys that are Pro Bowlers or looking like future Pro Bowlers in the league right now. You know what I'm saying? So he practiced against Jonathan Allen and Payne in Washington, both them D tackles that, you know what I'm saying? So we know he's got ability, and so yeah, just like you said, man, he just needs a reset and somebody to actually kind of go the long way with him instead of putting him right in.
Gotcha. All right, Willie. Well, let's go into some of these signings, man. We got a few signings, man, and I got two for sure that I want to hit on. I know one will be very interesting to you. You may have seen it, but first and foremost, let's jump on the Jimmy G one, man. Jimmy G signs and restructures a 1-year deal in which he will serve as Trey Lance's backup. Now, with this deal, just to give y'all some of these details, the deal is worth $6.5 million, and all that's fully guaranteed. But the deal also has playtime bonuses that could boost his contract another $9 million. So essentially, he could be getting paid, up to $15-16 million for this particular year, depending on his playing time and how that all works out. All right. So looking at this deal, what does this deal tell you, Willie Jack? How would you interpret this, or what's going on?
No, man, and it really, I think I commented when you put it in the group. I love this deal on both sides, man. I love this deal on both sides. It makes perfect sense to me. So first off, San Francisco played the whole Jimmy card hand just extremely wrong. They really overvalued him. They had just an overvalue of him, and the way they played it, they thought they were holding an ace. They thought they were holding Matt Stafford with the line. You know what I'm saying? They thought they had Matt Stafford in their hands. They thought it was Peyton Manning leaving the Colts. You know what I mean? Like, nah, man, that ain't what it was. So they the writing was already on the wall, but I like it on both sides. So it's too late for Jimmy to go. It's too late to trade him for sure. And if you cut him, then like I said, you don't have any chance of a return. And then even if you're Jimmy, you don't want to get cut right now because there are no jobs right now either. So he needs them just as bad as they need him. So I think this contract is fair. I think if he doesn't have to play a snap, he still gets good money. Would you say $5.5, $6.5 million? If he doesn't have to play $6.5 million, if he don't even touch the field, and if he does have to touch the field, then it's reasonable money, $17 million. You know what I'm saying? So I really like the deal. As far as Trey Lance and everything goes, I mean, if Jimmy G plays on the field this year for anything other than injury, then I don't see how they ever go back again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't undo it. You know what I'm saying? Once you spill the milk or let the cat out the bag, it's out. You know what I'm saying? So, which was the whole thing about how they played the Jimmy G situation, because now you're stuck still holding him. And now the guy who was better than the guy last year, he's the guy who's sitting on the sideline every time this guy misses a simple pass or misses a simple read, and it has to jog off the field and look at him. You know what I mean? So curious to see how this affects Trey Lance and his development, not having that clean plate to step to. Now he's got Jimmy G's shoulder still on his shadow, Jimmy G's shadow still on his shoulder. So curious to see how that affects him, or if it affects him. And so, yeah, just San Francisco played this terribly. Yeah, but I like the contract, though, for sure.
Yeah, he gotta put his big pants on. Jeff Walker, real quick, he says Jeff say reports were saying Jimmy G isn't invested as they wanted him to. I'm not sure about that. I didn't hear any of those reports. Not saying that it's not true, Jeff, but I didn't see any of that. But I think that Jimmy G knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they drafted Trey Lance, Jimmy G knew what was happening. He knew eventually his time was gonna be up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, how would you react to that? You know what I'm saying? So I would imagine that it probably was a little bit of, hey, man, this is going to be his job anyway. You know what I'm saying? I maybe teach him a little bit, but hey, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's just part of the game.
You know what this was? Because you remember when that clip of Draymond Green, I know you don't watch the NBA like that, but there was a clip of Draymond Green that went viral back when Paul Pierce retired from the league. So I remember when Kobe retired, every game was like when Dwayne Wade or Kobe retired, like they called it like a farewell tour. So every arena he went to, he got a standing ovation. They played his highlights of whoop de whoop. And then Paul Pierce tried to do the same thing when he was like with the Clippers coming off the bench. And there's a clip of they was playing against the Warriors and Draymond Green is talking back to him.
At the foul line. Like, man, you ain't Kobe.
They don't love you like that. That was Jimmy G and the San Francisco 49ers right now. Like, they thought they was helping Kobe transition, and it was Paul Pierce. Like, nah, bro, wasn't nobody beating down your door for Paul Pierce. Wasn't nobody beating down your door for Jimmy. Wasn't nobody trading for that fat ass contract. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Niners are talking out of both sides of their mouth, telling people how valuable he is, and then yet you brought him in for a kid who's been playing quarterback for 2 days. You're trading him, you know what I mean? So it was ridiculous the whole time.
So I think I like this for a different reason, and I like it because I think this could potentially be, I wouldn't say a Kyle Shanahan job saver, but this could be a season saver for them in the sense of, we know what Jimmy G brings to the table, right? We know with Jimmy G behind center, this can be a playoff team. This is a playoff caliber team. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if Trey Lance goes out here and he wets the bed, you know what I'm saying? Just wets the bed, then you got your guy right here. This team is ready now. We can still make a run at this playoff. If Trey Lance goes out there and does his thing, then hey, you good anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. This is what we drafted him for. So Trey Lance has to put on his big boy pants. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the year. They're pretty much saying, like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? And they end up brought in. They went ahead and signed Jimmy G and just said, hey, Jimmy G, we got you. If you here, you know what I'm saying? We may need you. And if we need you, we got the money for when you pay. Because I know you feel like you worth more than this, but I know we got you as a backup. So let's get you this guaranteed money. But if you play, I got something for you, bro. I got something. We ain't gonna leave you hanging. We got you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what more so the deal was, is a win-win for everybody. And hey, we're gonna see what Trey Lance has, man. He gotta put on his big boy pants. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he's a little bit better, but The bullets ain't start flying yet. They ain't start putting together those different looks. You know what I'm saying? It's time for him to go. It's go time for him. So I'm anxious to see what this is gonna look like and how this is gonna play out. We could be talking about this, week 8, Willie Jack. This could be a controversy. You know what I'm saying? We'll see though.
Yeah.
Other signings. This is one, Willie Jack. This was your guy coming out. I think he came out of Texas A&M. Correct me if I'm wrong. Kellen Mond.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Kellen Mond was claimed off waivers by the Browns. Okay, he was claimed off waivers with the Browns. Now, if y'all don't know, he was drafted by the Minnesota Vikings, and of course, the Minnesota Vikings brought him in, probably thinking that he was going to be the one that was going to replace Kirk Cousins, whenever he moves on or whenever they decide to move on for him. Of course, obviously, that didn't necessarily work out. I don't know if it's because of Kellen Mond's play or if they just decided, let's just ride Kirk Cousins out. You know what I'm saying? Let's just not have this guy sitting here, prevent any controversy, prevent any of the other talk. Let's just keep riding with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is our guy. But Kellen Mond lands up with the Browns. Now the Browns, they got Jacoby Brissett, who I'm not sold on at all. You know what I'm saying? You got this playoff caliber roster over there, and you got Jacoby Brissett running it. I've seen him already. We've seen this already over in Indianapolis, and it didn't play out. You know what I'm saying? It was rough. So, Willie Jack, tell me what's your take on this move, man, with the Browns picking up Kellen Mond.
No, I don't think it's a threat to Jacoby Brissett at all. I think it's just strictly for just future development and just depth, just a depth number 3 guy to just kind of stash and kind of develop in the long run. And then the thing with I liked mine a lot coming out of A&M. I really did. Because I was like a little underwowed by my first take on the big names, the Trevor Lawrences, the Justin Fields, and all those guys. I was a little underwhelmed, and so I think that also helped me kind of appreciate Kellen Mond a little more. But no, man, it doesn't work out with the Vikings. Now, in fairness to him, I guess as well, he was drafted by the previous regime. Remember, they just got the new coaches and the new staff that came in there. So he was kind of that old regime. Nobody in that building has any ties to him, and he wasn't a high draft round pick. I think it was at the 4th round. And so, it's a new building. They're not vested in them. They, you know what I'm saying? So they make a move, but no, I don't think it's a threat to Jacoby Brissett as the second string at all. I just think it's just a third piece, a depth piece to just, like I said, develop in the background and just general depth for the room. So I think Jacoby's going to play, 11 games? Jacoby, if he stays healthy, he's going to play all 11 of them games until Watson comes back. So, yeah.
Hey, I wouldn't even be surprised if Jacoby don't play all those, man. Jacoby, man, I watch, man, that dude is –
yeah, but no, mine ain't ready to come in. They're going to have to ride that out unless something else gets done. But, yeah, Jacoby going to ride them out.
Gotcha. And one more signing, man, just to throw it on out there. Not a huge signing, but Sony Michel, he ended up signing with the Chargers, to play a role over there. I don't know if he's going to be their goal line guy or what kind of role he's going to more so play. Because, of course, it seems like they got the guy in Austin Eckler. But maybe he comes in and spells, and that way you don't have to give Austin Eckler, those 20 carries a game. You can just let him do what he does, operate in open space, give him 10 carries and 10 catches a game. I can definitely see Austin Eckler getting that, but they brought in Sony Michel and brought him into the Chargers, add him to their running back room.
No, I think just like you said, just general depth behind Eckler. I think that's Eckler's solidified in that position. Like I said, it's just general depth behind him. I don't know who was behind him. I can't remember who was behind him now. So it's just general depth for that room. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Tom said they could have got Kellen Mond to replace Watson. He said, but I ain't no GM. But I ain't Adam Schefter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that goes. All right, Willie Jack, man, let's move on to some of these trades, man. There's been a few different trades, man, we can touch on really quick, man. I know one that you posted, and that's the first one we'll touch on, man. Safety, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was traded to the Eagles, man. The Saints received a 2023 5th-round pick and 2 2024 6th-round picks. And the Eagles received, of course, Gardner-Johnson and the Eagles' 7th round 2025 pick. Willie Jack, you have something to say about this one. What's your thoughts, man?
No, Howie Roseman is out here finessing the league, bruh. Howie Roseman is out here finessing the league. That is a steal. That is a steal for a quality day one starter to come in, and you spent draft picks on this player for guys who don't even make it past this part of the year. The guys who get drafted with those picks they gave up, 9 times out of 10 don't even make it to the 53. And you gave that up for a guy who's a borderline Pro Bowler and is going to come in and start immediately on a team that needs secondary help. Darius Slay's addition, last year, the year before last, has been a great improvement to the room for sure, but he definitely needs help. James Bradbury, you get to pick up when the Giants poorly played and handled that, and so he's a late cut, late addition. So you've got 2 Pro Bowl caliber corners now. You've got a third Pro Bowl caliber player in CGJ. You know what I'm saying? He's going to play. I think they're going to start him at one of the safety spots, but he does a lot of work in the nickel as well. Now, here's what I was talking to, and Jeff in here, yeah, Fly Eagles Fly. Bird Gang, y'all doing your thing, man. So I was talking to one of the Eagles fans in here. I don't know if it was your boy Duke or maybe it was Jeff. Somebody said that because first I didn't know if they had room for him because they had just signed or brought over Jaquiski Tart from the Niners. And then I think it was Duke. I think Duke or Bing Lou, he said that they had released Tart to make room for Gardner Johnson. But I wonder if he might have been mistaken there because I was like, man, that didn't make sense. For one, Tart is going to be more of your traditional box, and CGJ, he's more of a move piece, and he'll probably do better being able to roam. But I wonder if instead he meant to say they released Anthony Harris. Was Anthony Harris the other safety? He was with the Vikings and went to the Eagles. I wonder if he was instead the guy. Oh no, that's Skinny tagging Duke.
Yeah, he tagging.
But did you see that? But I love the move. Like I said, that was stealing. And like I said, I love the move. Like I said, the Eagles have had my favorite offseason this far, man. And man, hey, you already know on the big prediction show or whatever the case, you know, the wild predictions. That's definitely my dark horse, man, to be the NFC team, to be in the NFC Championship game. So I love everything they doing, man. I love the direction of the team. And Howie Roseman is clowning right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I love everything he's done thus far. So I can't wait to see them boys play.
You know, and it for sure looks like they are all in on this particular team. They're like, oh, you know what, we can win now. Let's go get everybody right now. We still got Fletcher Cox. We got Brandon Graham, you know, so up front, Javon Hargrave and Josh Sweat on that up front on that line.
You break in Gordon Davis.
Hassan Reddick in the middle with TJ Edwards. And then on the back end, you know what I'm saying, they put that final piece on there. You know, they Marcus Epps he should be their other safety now. Gardner Johnson will be back there, and just like you said, those 2 corners.
No,
and on the offensive side of the ball,
it didn't show Jaquiski Tart. Jaquiski Tart's not on the roster.
No, sir, he's not. And
neither is Anthony Harris.
He's not on that roster, sir.
Man, something ain't right, bro. I'm going to look that up after the show because ain't no way they let them both go. Because they were the 2 starters to be penciled in at first, Anthony Harris and Jaquiski Tart. Jaquiski Tart just signed from the Niners. Remember him and Jimmy Ward would have started.
Anthony Harris gone. They released him.
Okay, so he's the one that got released. But Jaquiski Tart is also gone?
He ain't on it. He ain't on it. He ain't on it. He ain't on it.
Man, that's crazy.
So
maybe Jeff said they did release both of them. Yeah, Jeff said they did release both of them. Bro, why? How?
But hey, you never know what they see in this guy Marcus Epps, man. They might have a diamond in the rough over there, man.
Man, I'm surprised. Anthony Harris had a flash in the pan. Well, I don't want to say flash in the pan. When he was playing with my dog, man. I used to love Harrison Smith for the Vikings. So he came on the scene in tandem with Harrison Smith. Had like 2 Pro Bowl worthy seasons. I don't know if he got voted, but yeah, then left and signed with the Eagles. And so, man, yeah, I'm surprised to see that. But now Jaquiski Tart's still young, in his prime. Came over from the Niners. Has been a starter there, I think, for every year since he's been there, for like 4 or 5 years. So I'm surprised by both of those.
Okay, got you. Another trade, man, that happened, man. Trayvon Mullen, man, also from the Raiders, traded to the Cardinals for a 2023 7th-round pick. He was originally a 2nd-round pick. Another one of those Raiders guys came in with Gruden. Man.
Yeah.
Now I actually like Trayvon Mullen a little bit, man. I didn't think he was terrible.
For Clemson, I remember.
You know I actually liked him, man, but he's moving. He's going over to the Cardinals, man. So he'll be the newest member of the secondary, and with a little bit of playing a little bit of corner. So, you got anything on that one, man? You got to take on that one.
Yeah, no, he was decent. I'm trying to think of how I had him ranked when he's coming out of Clemson. I think it was it 2 years ago or just last year? Anyway,
A couple
but
years, I think.
yeah, but nah, man, Arizona definitely needs secondary help. They've got a couple stud pieces and nothing around them. So they got Byron Murphy as like kind of the nickel, more of a nickel in plays outside, and then they've got Buda Baker in the back end. But those guys don't have anybody else to play with in the secondary, so they need to find some running mates for those two guys. But so like I said, they're taking swings and hopefully it works out.
All right. And then also, man, last but not least, man, your guy coming out. Jalen Reagor, man. Jalen Reagor. Since we was talking about the
Oh,
Eagles
man.
so much, man. Jalen Reagor, man. He's traded from the Eagles to the Vikings. Let me get the details on pull it up on that, man. What you think about Jalen Reagor moving on, getting him a new start? What do you think about that, man?
Yeah, the writing was on the wall in Philly, man. He had to get up out of there. And so we've seen this happen before, so there is a chance for him, man. Nelson Aguilar was drafted out of USC by the Eagles and just never really clicked there for him, man. It just never really clicked for him. The Philly media was pretty hard on him. He became like a meme in the town, man. So he just kind of he had the dropsies. So it never clicked for him there. He went out to Las Vegas to the Raiders and had a bounce back season. It was a 1 year prove it deal, and he's one of those guys that proved it. And then he signed a decent free agent contract with the Patriots. Was it last year, 2 years ago? And then last year was another quiet year. I mean, I can't remember. I don't think he did anything of note. What's up?
You right, man. Eagles are making some moves with these trade, man. So they trade them, and the Eagles get back a 2023 seventh round pick and a 2024 conditional fourth round pick. Now it could go down to a fifth round pick depending on statistical marks, but a fourth round pick for Jalen Reagor, a guy that ain't done nothing.
Oh, hey,
I'll
yeah, that's
take it.
looking ugly.
I'll take
How
it.
Rose on the thing? Cuzzo in the building. What's going on with you, bro? My cousin TC in the building. What's going on? He said Kansas City in the building. Yeah, y'all all right, man. We ain't worried about y'all, man. Then Jeff said Nelson helped us get a ring before he left. Hey, the all skinny in here with the nonsense, big Chiefs game, man. Y'all go sit down in the corner together and think about it. But no, man. So I'm happy to see you. I say that to say, just like Nelson Aguilar, man, there's still a chance for him to redeem himself. It's still a chance for him to cash a decent check, man. So let Nelson Aguilar from the same town in the same city, let him be an example to you. Go over here, man. And the setup here is better. Just like we were saying before, he got drafted ahead of Justin Jefferson. So everything Justin Jefferson got to do, he got to do +1. It's similar to Mr. Trubisky getting drafted ahead of Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? So when those guys hit and blow up and hit just like that, and you don't, now there's that much extra pressure. Everybody who sees you wants to see them. And so he has to get away. He gets a chance to get away from that and reset, just like Mr. Trubisky is this year with us. He has to get away from that, finally put that behind him, and now hopefully he gets to make a name for himself and earn his own draft placement. And so now Reagor gets to do that as well, and he gets to do it in a good situation. He's got Justin Jefferson out there, the number 1 receiver in the league. He's got Adam Thielen, a nice mentor, a guy who's got it out the mud, man. 7th round guy, or maybe undrafted guy from like a small little college right there in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Tries out, makes a team, makes a couple Pro Bowls, makes some real good money for himself. So he goes in there to be, I don't even know if he's the number 3 guy or to compete for the number 3 spot, which is going to get quality snap share. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, a chance to get his career on track. So I like the move, and I definitely like the compensation, how we got back. Like, now that you just told me, how we out here finessing the game, man. How we out here finessing the league, Chop. Look, the Rams is printing their own money, and how we out here finessing everybody else, bro. It's crazy.
Hold on, the Rams printing their own money, bro.
Hey, you know, the Rams
we
print
got
their
to do
money,
with this, bro? We
because
ain't
the
talk
Rams
none
got
about
twice
the Rams.
the salary cap as everybody else, man.
We ain't talk none about the Rams today, bro. You just had to throw us in here, bro. What we do to you, dog?
When we talking about off-season moves, bro, when we talk about off-season moves, man, y'all got it. I'm just giving y'all flowers, bro. Y'all got it.
We ain't made no off-season moves.
But y'all set the bar. You know what I'm saying? Y'all set the bar, bro. Y'all got twice the salary cap of everybody else. So Howie Roseman was like, look, man, I ain't got all the extra money. I'm just going out here
we ain't set the
and
bar.
finesse.
We ain't set the bar. Tampa Bay set the bar. They went and got Brady and Gronk and AB and all these guys, man.
Hey, look, man. Hey, he said that Crocky money hit different. It do, don't it? It definitely do. It definitely do. Crocky got a whole state trying to come for his head. He ain't worried about St. Louis. He left on a helicopter and ain't looked back.
That boy getting money, man. They getting money.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Willie Jack, man, What's up, man? Any other ones that stood out to you? Any other offseason moves, pickups, releases, anything? Anything stood out to you?
Uh,
You got anything, or are you good to go?
I guess on a personal note, my Steelers made a couple moves, man. We traded for Malik Willis, backup outside linebacker from the Broncos. So he's got in and flashed a couple times, man, filling in for Vine and Bradley Chubb over the last couple of years. So we went out and picked him up, man, trying to get some quality depth behind TJ in the gang. So, but nah, I'm trying to think, man, right here on the spot. Man, I can't really think of that. Oh, I did want to give a shout out to a couple guys, man, that we have spotlighted in the preseason re-ups before. Both of them made the team, man. Lance McCutcheon for the Rams and Isaiah Pacheco, man, from the Chiefs. Both of them boys made the 53. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what we said last week, Chop? Hey, they was looking 53-ish, boy. They was both looking real 53-ish, Chop.
They was looking real
Hey,
53ish, dog.
they was
Hey,
looking
man,
real
but
53-ish.
that's why we say in the first place, man. Hey, man, y'all need to tune on in, man. Like we be watching. It's called Let the Film Speak. You know what I'm saying? We watch
Hey,
the film. It ain't about your stats. It ain't about your numbers. I don't care what you did in college. We watch the film. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna tell you what you need to hear. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't hear it, you ain't might as well not hear it nowhere because you ain't gonna get the right information. You know what I'm saying? So hey,
hey.
that's just what it is. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep on doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do. And while I'm talking about it, man, I'm gonna let y'all know again. The people that's in here, y'all probably wasn't here in the beginning. If you want to be a part of the weekly pick'em, Let the Film Speak weekly pick'ems. Let me know, man. Let me know. I need y'all to type in the group. I'm in, and I'm gonna get you in. You type in the group. I'm in, and I'm gonna get you in, man. You give me your picks each and every week. I tally them up at the end of the season. Winner, whoever gets the most picks right, man, we shoot you some gear, man. So I need you to tap I'm in, and I'm gonna get you in. You know what I'm saying?
Come on with
The
it.
fantasy football league has been set. We got all of our guys. Everybody's set and ready to go in terms of that. You know what I'm saying? So we all good there. Of course, we
Hey,
moving
I
over to
heard.
YouTube. We already told y'all we moving over to YouTube, man. So it's pinned at the bottom. It's already there. You know what I'm saying? It's pinned at the bottom. Tom, I got you, bro. I got you. If
Tom, you
you
was already in. You think I was gonna let you not be in? You was already in, man.
He ain't have a choice. He ain't have a
He didn't
choice.
have a choice.
But it's pinned at the bottom, man. The link to the Let the Film Speak YouTube page. Please go to that page. I need y'all to like. I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to share that too. Share it to your pages, man. And hit that notification button, man, because y'all need to know when we upload the video. You need to know when we upload the video. You know what I'm saying? So I need y'all to go ahead and do that, man. My boy Skinny in here too. He said he got a free hat for the winner. You know what I'm saying? We throwing gear from all
Hey, let's
different types
do
of
it.
ways, man. We throwing it out there, man. So, hey, if you
Let's
want to
do it, man.
jump
Shout
in,
out to Real
let us
DSKL
know.
Sports in the building, man, holding us down, man. Appreciate the love, brother. And then, but yeah, just like Chop said, man, 18 weeks, man, 16 games per week. Chop told y'all he was gonna write down every pick y'all turn in, man. And Big Dub asked about it earlier, and man, it ain't cost you nothing but the free throw, man. You hear me? Ain't cost you nothing but the free throw. All you got to do is invest a little time with us, dog. We gonna give it right back, man. So, hey, Chop, 18 weeks. 16 games over 18 weeks, man. I know it's at least a dozen people that have told you win, so I can't even do all the math to figure out how many tallies that is. But hey, I'm glad it's you instead of me, brother. I told you right now. I didn't
Hey,
just show up with numbers because y'all don't know no way. I'm like, man, it's crazy, but I'm blowing everybody by about 50 games, man. It's crazy, Chuck. Man, I'm 112 and 0. I don't know what the hell's been going on.
oh man, this dude crazy. But look, man, hey, but that's what we do, man. We want to do that. We want y'all to participate. You know what I'm saying? We a family in here. You know what I'm saying? We a family. We want y'all to come on in. You know what I'm saying? The basement is set up. You know what I'm saying? We got the gear everywhere. On Willie's side, you're gonna see a lot of Steeler stuff, but don't charge him to that. You're gonna see a lot of Steeler stuff. He got his decorations. You know what I'm saying? He got Mean Joe Green, a poster on the wall. You know what I'm saying? On my side, I got the Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it together.
Hey, it's room for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We got couches over here. I got a recliner on this side. You know what I'm saying? We got cup holders everywhere. We got the chips, the dip. You know what I'm saying? We got the whole nine. You
You
know what I'm
come in and
saying?
get real comfortable.
Come on in, get comfortable, man. Watch some of these games with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Join the family, man. Join the family. Willie Jack, I told him already, man. Wrap us on up, dog. Wrap us on
Hey,
up.
hey, there you go, man. Hey, short and sweet today, man. Short and sweet today, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not fake football, man, but the real football is about to start. You know what I'm saying? So the preseason is pretty concluded. Everybody's team is down to 53 men. Man, shout out to the guys that made it, man. Hey, Keep going, man. Keep battling. Keep fighting for the guys who didn't. Man, real quick, man. Shout out. Hey, Bing Lou just got in the building. What's going on with you, big dog? Hey, we talked about your Eagles today, man. I wish you could have caught it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm telling you, bro. I'm backdooring them Eagles all year, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Them Eagles going somewhere this year, man. I hope so for y'all, man. Can't wait to see that. Oh, real quick, what my dog Skinny said. Hey, shout out to Skinny, my dog. He said the Real Deal Sports High School rankings after tonight's live. Make sure y'all tap in the Real Deal STL Sports, man. That ranking, man, like he said, I don't even know the schools, man. I can't wait to see what he comes up with, bro. It's a lot of work that goes to the rankings, bro. Skinny be ranking everything, anything that got St. Louis on it, man, and they got a ball or a bat in their hand, he's on it, bro. So shout out to Real Deal STL Sports in the building. Shout out to everybody that came through, man. Shout out to the membership, man. Shout out to the home team, man. My mom, my sister came through, man. Appreciate it, family. My cousin, my big cousin TC came in here, man. Appreciate it, family. Shout out to my dog, James Skinny Ward. It's Real Deal STL Sports. They still in the building. Big Dub, Big Chef Dub. William White was in the building today, man. He came in, man. Came in firing and fooling with your folks, man. We appreciate you, man. Hey, tonight's game ball winner, man. Big Dubs, man. How can we not?
All right,
Hey, Big Dubs, man. Big Dubs, the game ball winner tonight, man, for sure. Shout out to my dog Tom, man. Came through and rocked with your dog, man. As always, Jeff came through and rocked with us, man. We appreciate the love, my boy. Being, like I said, Bing Lou just tapped in, man. Duke, what's going on? D-Dot was in the building earlier, man. You ain't catch it. He said what's up to you. He was in the building rolling with your dogs, man. Hey, O'Shea was in this building, man. O'Shea Smagovich. I'm telling you, it's still top 3 Facebook name right now. Top thing going, man. That's super hard. Shout out to you, my dog. Appreciate you rocking with your boys, man. Hey, one more time for No Votes to the podcast, man. Brother Red, I ain't catch you tonight, man, but I know you always with us in spirit as always. Man, who else we got, man? Hey, no balls, all balls, no balls, no. Come on, man.
No balls, no glory. I got you. Don't worry about it.
No.
BP.
BP, man. Shout out to you, dog. No balls, no glory. Shout out to y'all. Man, hey, we appreciate all the love and support, man, as always. Hey, y'all know what's going on, man. If I forgot to say your name, man, you got to charge it to my head, don't charge it to my heart, man. You know we was thinking about your big dog. Hey, hey, there it is. Big Dubs with the footballs in the chat, man, for sure. Big Dubs of the game by tonight, man. Shout out to you, my boy. Hey, Wednesdays at 7. Wednesdays at 7. Ain't no watching dogs. Ain't nothing else to do with Wednesdays at 7 o'clock, man. But being here with your dogs, chopping it up, kicking it, giving it to you like we always do. You heard what Chop said. The fantasy is in effect. The pick'em is ready to go. We are moving to YouTube. Tune in next week, man. I think next week we're going to be streaming from the YouTube, but the Facebook's still active. Right? Okay, yeah. Hey, get on that wave, bro. We ain't trying to leave nobody, but I'm letting you know the ship is moving. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to leave nobody, but I'm letting you know the train ready to go, though. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, come on with us, man. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. 3 Amigos one more time. Like, share, subscribe, man. Tap into the 3 Amigos over here and on the Facebook. Notification bell, just like Chop said. We got it, man. Hey, is it time for new sponsorship, Chop?
Hey, you gotta add them in there.
Hey, it's time for new sponsorship, man. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put the word out, man, that we taking on new partners. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be back with some new sponsorship here sooner rather than later. He said, "What's the YouTube channel? What you mean with the YouTube channel, man? Hey, boys, man, come on, man.
Let the film speak.
Click the link in the bio, my boy. Click the link in the bio. Chop got it right up there teed up for you, man. You can't miss this. Can't beat it with a stick. Hey, other than that, man, appreciate all the love, support as always, man. Time before we get off, go like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell, man, on that YouTube page, man. Bang with us, man. We're gonna be over there next week. We slowly gonna try to wean y'all off, man. Y'all better rock with us, man, because like I said, once this shit going, man, it's only up. So come with us, man. Don't get left stuck here, man. We don't want to lose you. Man, hey, other than that, man, it's time, bro. The season's here. Everybody, man, y'all got 53 minutes to go fight with, man. Busted luck at everybody, man. Other than that, we love y'all as always. Peace.
Peace.